We're halfway into October, and as unlikely as it may sound, there are some big games on the way by the end of the month. I'd rather keep it a secret till release, but speaking of which, we came across another huge batch of games released these past few days, some globally, some console to mobile ports, and today I'll be showing you about 20 more games to pick up and play on your Android and iOS devices for free right now. Downloaded over 100,000 times since yesterday at number 1, we've got over here Slaughter, which was previously a paid game and now free on both the Google and the App Store, with legitimately some of the best graphics and gameplay mechanics and action shooter offers on mobile, without a controller. It's a pretty basic game though, with a simple story about some dude that's stuck in a town and trying to get out, but is playable offline in about 400 megabytes and is rated a 4.7 out of 5 already. Coming up behind that, following a few years of development, finally here we have Lost in Blue the Second, going by Fate's Island, which is available on the Google Play only and shifted in formula almost entirely. See, as much as the first game was an action survival game, this one's a strategy survival, meaning what you see is just CGI and the game is a top-down building and craft management sim. It's a free one though, it's about 2 gigabytes in storage and it's a good game. There's a lot of complaints however, and it's an online game in nature. Awarded by the Google Play as the number 1 most downloaded and highest rated free-to-play RPG of the week, at number 3 we have here finally Dungeon Hunter 6. Following the series' action RPG hack-and-slash formula with even better graphics, more classes to choose from, on top of a new narrative and a whole new soundtrack. Now you can play this one right now for 2 gigabytes of storage, however, the game was released about 2 days ago and it's getting a lot of bug fixes rapidly, so you might just wait a bit until the bugs are fixed. Viewers discretion advised over here. At number 4, we have a Zombie Hunter Survivor. The previously released, taken down, I don't even know why, and now back, with almost 10,000 downloads and a 4.9 out of 5. See, this one over here is a first and third person RPG shooter from the same developers of Hopeless Raider. It's an online game, takes you down about 2 gigabytes in total. It actually does have a rather enjoyable pace to it, but as you can see, way too many distractions, and yeah, so you can't play this game with one hand. Moving on. Rated a 2 out of 5, but there's a reason for that we'll get into in a second. At number 5 we have Heroes the Sword. This is an action MMORPG that offers a co-op play with friends and 4 different classes to choose from. You see, reason the game is rated a 2 is it because there is some connection problems that requires a Wi-Fi and you cannot use mobile data to connect to the game. The game is also then 2 gigabytes in size. Other than that, I think it's a fine game. I haven't heard of a bug and it's got some super good graphics compared to its own kind. It's a free one, it's a good looking game too. Star Stable Online is now available on Android and iOS and already downloaded over 100,000 times since just yesterday. This is in case you are new to just a life sim open world adventure that has over 25 million registered players have heard around the world from its previous PC version. You can take part in more events now, there's more races and challenges, all previously released content to this day, and I would say it's legitimately one of the best games released in October so far. Playable offline over here. At number 7 we have Kill Shot Bravo. This is a sniping sim and an action shooter single and multiplayer. If you like something addictive, you're looking at one of the top 5 sniper shooting games on mobiles here. But that also then comes with a price. The game is pretty greedy and the upgrades are really expensive. However, the purchasable stuff are quite well, really great rifles, awesome missions and all that for just 200 megabytes in total. This game has been around for a while, but it is now playable offline. Quick mention over here, we've got a open world police simulator game, a very good mobile game from a very good mobile game developer. In fact, this is the folks' 10th maybe police sim game and it's literally the best amongst the rest. The game's bug free, it's about 300 megabytes in total, it's huge. Free all the way. I haven't tried, but I think it's also playable offline as well. Number 9, we have a helicopter sim. Over here, coming from the same developers of Chaos Road, downloaded over 100,000 times since just a few days ago, and rated a 4.5, although it's only available on the Google Play. It's said to be coming to iOS possibly by the end of the month, not sure. However, the game is basically just a combat sim like Ace Combat, albeit you have more weapons and there's a city to maneuver around it, and a lot more missions. Check it out, the game's about 150 megabytes initially. Number 10, we have over here, once again, Payback 2. The reason Payback here is in the list today is because the game just received an award for being the most downloaded and critically positively rated action-adventure free game on the Google Play, for 200 megabytes. This game has an infinite amount of content and a lot of mods, very unique guns and cars to pick up and have a blast with for the rest of the month. You can play this one in a single-player campaign or online with your friends and spend time on events and whatever you like. It's a good game. For $0.50, a limited edition over here, you wanna act quick. Just saying, this used to be a $5 piece of almost AAA mobile action-adventure, horror, close-quarter third-person shooter from the same developers of the first game in the list today, Slaughter. This game was released on PCs over 4 years ago and now finally here on both the Google and the App Store almost for free, runs at 60 FPS, has super decent graphics and is playable offline, takes you down about 1 GB in total. Sitting on the Google Play with almost 50 million downloads, it doesn't say if you look it up, but it is. At number 12, we have Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Maybe one of the lesser mentioned games in YouTube or anywhere due to the complexity of it. This game is, in my opinion, probably just the most addicting Final Fantasy game of all time, but one of the hardest games to get the hang of too. However, it will eventually pay off. It's a free-to-play but pay-to-win kind of game. Takes you down about 10 gigabytes, however, and it's playable, of course, online.
You ever wonder why we get so attached to things?
Number 13, we have something here called Assemble with Care. Previously released on PCs for $8 since a week ago, the game is on both the Google and the App Store for free with a 5 out of 5 score too. It's just a cozy little puzzle game with a pretty wonderful art style and a pretty nice story. I would recommend it. I would recommend this one most than any game over here in the list if you're looking for something sweet and relaxing with a dash of challenge. The whole thing's about 600 megabytes in total, and like I said, it's actually free all the way. Play it. With a 4.9 out of 5 and over 100,000 downloads at number 14, we have a survival strategy mobile exclusive that I've mentioned before, going by the name Survival Tactics, which is now available worldwide. This is a single-player top-down zombie shooter RPG that has been getting a lot of negative reviews because it could be more innovative, but if you ask me, the game is more than fine, and except for the graphics, the game has a world of things to keep you busy. Even as a story, it's online and about 700 megabytes in total. I've mentioned this before, but number 15 also we have Ricochet Squad. This game has been around for almost a year now, but taken down numerously after millions of downloads. However, is finally back here. The game is sitting on the Play Store since a week ago with almost 50,000 downloads already. If you're totally new here, it's a top-down 3 versus 3 hero shooter with tactical battles and obstacle-based maneuvers as one of the most replay values of all. With that said though, as always, here's today's honorable mentions.